today to talk about the clover cover crop we have here at this farm. Once we have that initial $20 an acre establishment cost, if we'll wait until this AU robin will become physiologically mature enough that we can go ahead and terminate it mid-April, and when I say that, that means the seed are mature enough or viable enough that they'll lay there until about September, October, and this crop will start coming up again. And we don't have the added expense of coming in and putting in a cover crop every year where we have got this clover established. In clover, when we're looking at as far as residue, the amount of residue in the field that can provide some weed suppression, can help with our moisture holding capacity, can also help keep the soils a little cooler. What we look for in a cover crop is something that'll hold up and will be there through at least the middle part of the summer. When we're going to terminate this cover crop, it's physiologically mature, and so just build up the lignins in it, and this clover cover crop won't melt on you, or maybe a term we use, won't go away real fast. And you can see when it does fall down, you get a complete coverage of the soil. You know, the only place we're really going to have open in a good stand of clover is where we come through with our strip till rig, open up a little area, put the seed in and close it back up.
Here you can see the clover that reseeded this last fall and it's come up, and we got a real good stand of that and it's real thick. That's how you like it. But this is what it's all about to me right here, this residue on the ground. We can see this corn stover, these corn cobs, the leaves from the corn that's left over from last year's corn crop, and you can see this residue built up on the soil surface. And you know, through the years we had farmers say, well, this is trash farming, and that was kind of a way to refer to conservation tillage. But anyway, we're finding out that this trash is really what's so beneficial to us. As this residue breaks down, this is where we get the buildup of our organic matter and our organic carbon. Not only does it build our soil quality, but it also, this mat on the soil right here, you can see it suppresses the weeds that may be coming up, but it also holds moisture in the soil too. Here in South Georgia, we go through extended droughts, and we need all the help we can keeping moisture in the field. And this just is just a tremendous benefit to our growers for water retention. We also have got just organic matter built up in this soil from years of conservation tillage. I really like the color of this soil right here. It's a little wet right now, but as you can see, those soil aggregates are holding this soil together, and that's really important. It really helps the tilth of the soil, and the benefit of that is the equipment running through this. When you strip through this, it makes it easier for our equipment to run. These roots, organic matter built up in the soil, just really help our soil quality, and which in turn helps our crop production.
You know, before we get on a bandwagon and start touting something as a cover crop, you know, we want to be careful and kind of ease into it. And nematodes was a big concern. So what we did is we came in and we monitored, starting this time of year, pulling nematode samples, pulled them monthly through the growing season and all the way through harvest. The growers that have followed have followed clover with their cotton or the peanut crops, corn crops, we have not seen at this point in time any added nematode pressure. Yeah, one thing we worried about in the beginning, you know, you have all this organic matter, all this green material out here, and cutworms would come to the forefront. You know, you'd think, well, cutworms. And what we do with cutworms is we just band a pyrethroid to prevent for them. So cutworms haven't been a problem for us because we've used a preventive. One thing that we do see as far as insects go is a tremendous amount of beneficials this time of year, and lady beetles being the main beneficial. Had Dr. Glenn Tillman, she did a lot of research with stink bugs to see if this would be a nursery for stink bugs and early season stink bug pressure. Found no increase in stink bug pressure following a clover cover crop. Okay, is there an issue with weeds? As you can see right here, where I'm at now, the only plant material that is here is the clover. Hasn't been any pre-emerge herbicide put out. We hadn't treated anything post-emerge. We do find that we'll have probably our main problem would be our wild radish. If we have a wild radish problem, we go into that field knowing that first year that we're just going to live with it, and we're going to terminate that wild radish when we terminate this clover. But what we find in the subsequent year or the following year is that this clover starts germinating, say late September, October, and it's beating up the wild radish, which has been our main weed or competitor in it. And when I say beating it up, it's germinating, growing, and then it pretty much just shades out the wild turnips. And over a 3 or 4 year period, clover becomes the dominant plant species this time of year. What we found through research, and we get a lot of good information on the clovers, we're fixing up to 125 to 150 pounds of nitrogen, and about half of that being readily available the next spring, summer growing season. But one of the last hurdles for me personally as a county agent making recommendations on nutrients was, can we have the confidence that that nitrogen is out there and is available? Where we've gained that confidence is just actually reducing our amount of nitrogen going into the growing season. In corn, we took a really big step last year and reduced our nitrogen application by 50%, which that's a big deal in corn production. And in this particular field I'm standing in, as far as I know, it was our highest yielding field of corn in Turner County last year. And then with cotton, this upcoming year will be our 3rd year that we're talking about it and doing it. Cotton production of 12, 13, 1,400 pounds with only 30 units of nitrogen compared to where we'd be recommending applying a commercial application of nitrogen, commercial fertilizer of that 100 to 125 pounds. So we've gained some confidence just from on-farm experience. Grain sorghum, we've grown some 60, 70 bushel grain sorghum with no nitrogen application. So it's there, we just got to take that leap of faith or step out there and know that it's available.